here in India, across the world as well, but especially here in India, there's really a sort of a wall around much of the lives of our religious and spiritual leaders, in which personal details, especially those really vulnerable details around struggles and conflict or suffering or pain, these are not the sort of things that are made public. What I realized over this time is that as the years went by and I started doing more and more speaking and teaching and leading and started to be more and more blessed to serve in this way, that I found that people were seeming to put me on a pedestal that kept me very separate from them. And so, for example, people would ask questions in satsang or in a question-answer session that began with things like, well, I know that you're too pure to think like this, but, and then they'd ask their question. Or, I know that you would never struggle with this, but, and then they would ask their question. And it started to really trouble me because I felt like, first of all, it's definitely not true. But second of all, by believing that I have been cut from some different cloth, actually people are hindering their own spiritual progress. So I realized that this separation, this idealization, this sort of very small framed personality that people were seeing me as just this kind of angelic, untouched, virginal being who had sort of descended from the Stanford clouds onto the banks of Mother Ganga, was not only really untrue, but it was not helpful to people on their path, and that I really needed for people to know that I know suffering, I know difficulty, I know challenge, and I know freedom and peace and joy. And what that means is that so can you.